Yo, what's up? Ever wondered what type of crazy things are going on in secret government programs? I mean, you got the Manhattan Project, which literally created the nuclear bomb. You got MK Ultra, where the CIA fed a bunch of college students acid and yelled at them. And yeah, that was a little less productive. It just created a lot of traumatized college students in the Unabomber. But my point stands. Secret government projects can be crazy. And with that being said, these are some of the stupidest declassified government programs I could find. Alright, flashback to 1960s America, where there's one thing Americans hate to their core. The gays! No, I mean, yeah, but there was another thing. Minorities! No, okay, I mean communists. Americans hated communism. Also, at the same time, Indonesian President Sukarno loved communism. So the Yankees decided to try to seduce Sukarno with capitalism. But Sukarno wasn't into it, and he was still messing around with those dirty commies. So the CIA got to scheming. How could they bring down Sukarno? That's right, blackmailing him with a scandalous porno featuring Sukarno. Genius. The original plan was to get a Sukarno lookalike to get to raw dogging on camera, but apparently they couldn't find a lookalike, so they just put a latex mask on some random fella and had him go to town. The expectation was once the general Indonesian public saw the porno, they would all collectively hate Sukarno and then love capitalism because of the porno. I don't get the logic either, but they made the film and showed it to Sukarno only for it to completely backfire. In fact, Sukarno was said to have liked the film so much, he asked for multiple copies to bring back home and watch. And this is how I imagine that going. Listen, man, for the last time, stop messing with those commies. Yeah, or what? Or this. Oh my god. That's right. My dick is like 10 inches in this. Exactly. Wait, what? Yeah, and the stroking motion, it's hypnotizing. Anyway, moving on, it's World War II, and you want to invent a self-guiding missile. But you don't want to use a computer to help aim the missile because... And with that reasoning, renowned psychologist B.F. Skinner strapped a pigeon into a missile and hoped for the best. The idea was that they would put a picture in front of the pigeon and have him peck at the target, which would guide the entire missile. Now, despite what you might think, Skinner was able to get an almost 100% result with the pigeon missiles. And the only reason the plan was shelved was because they figured out the nuclear bomb around this time. Actually, that and the fact that despite the pigeon missile's effectiveness, the whole thing was pretty impractical since Skinner basically made a glorified pigeon suicide bomber and would need a constant rotation of pigeons to throw into these missiles. Alright, so 16th century Spain has a problem. At the time, they were one of the fastest growing empires, and they had started looking at China with its rich culture, expansive history, and deeply rooted religious beliefs. And they thought to themselves, damn, this shit is ass. They're not Christian or Hispanic. See, the way the Spanish took over and colonized foreign kingdoms was killing the ruling class, and then marrying into the general native population until everyone was part Spanish. And then they would just rule over all the Hispanics, which is basically what they did in the Americas. So when the Spanish came over to China, they figured they would just use the same strategy on the Chinese. The problem with that is that there's a lot of fucking Chinese people. By some estimates, at that time, for every one Spanish man, there were 20 Chinese women. And that's assuming that every single Spanish man went through the massive, arduous effort of dropping everything and giving up his normal life in Spain just to go to China and have a massive orgy with 20 Chinese women. I know, what a pain. Anyway, the whole plan fell through when the Spanish realized that they really weren't going to put a dent into the Chinese population, and probably were going to end up losing Spanish men into the Sea of Chinese. Alright, so this next one is my personal favorite. So it's 1960s America, again, and this time Americans are trying to figure out a way to discreetly eavesdrop on the Soviets. And so came Operation Acoustic Kitty. Yeah, you could probably tell from the name, but they basically got some extremely unlucky cat surgery, which implanted a microphone into its body, so that it could transmit any audio it heard back to the Americans wirelessly. And after an hour-long procedure and $20 million, yes, $20 million, that cat should have gotten Obamacare.
Hello, my fellow Americans.
The kitten was ready for its mission, so they readied its equipment, made sure everything was working, and sent him near the embassy, and... yeah, but it's fine because at least that cat had 8 other lives to do whatever it is that cats do. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, consider subscribing and liking. Also, check out my live streams that I'm going to be doing on here every single week. And with that, I will see you later. Goodbye.